Okay, so it's gonna start in about like 3 minutes. So we just have to wait until it does. Just ignore that little timer. It's Hey Mob, how are you? It's supposed to start at 7:25, but I don't know if it's really gonna do that. Hey Novelator, hi Apple, how are you guys doing? Man, the chat on the special program screen is going really, really fast. Did I saw the drip marketing you made for Star Rail? Yeah, I did. And I'm having second thoughts about whether I should go for Firefly. I'm still gonna go for Firefly. But I heard one of the characters has it's like a combination of Clara and Blade, which is pretty interesting. I like counter mechanics. And then the other character is the Nihility one, which supposedly works really well um with Acheron. So I don't know. If I'm going for Firefly and then there's two characters I want back to back, that's probably gonna be very difficult. Hi Galaxy. It still hasn't started yet. I saw the kit for the Nihility one really early on. They use like some kind of fire and some combination of cooking or something like that. I don't know. It's really tempting. It's 7:25, but it hasn't started. Hmm. There's also really good reruns. I think Ruan Mei is having a rerun, so if you don't have her, now's the time to pick her up. Oh, it's already live. Hold on. Just fair warning, I will be kind of pausing in between stuff just to kind of see. Especially if I'm going to go on a ramble when it comes to the law. So, You going to pull for Yinlin later? Yeah. Here's the funny thing about that. See, initially, when Wuthering Waves was, right before release, I already decided to pull on Yinlin. But then when she came out, I got a bit lucky with Jian, and I tried Yinlin a bit, and I don't know if I exactly or absolutely like her. I mean, her kit is good; she does a lot of damage, but I was on the fence when I tried, the trial character, and in the event as well. And then I saw the 1.1 leaks, which had um I don't remember what her name is, the magistrate, and then Changli, right? And Changli looks really, really interesting because if anyone has played Black Desert Online, she reminds me of the Megu character, the Megu class. So I went from thinking, okay, I am gonna be summoning uh for Yinlin to thinking like, maybe I'll just throw in like 30 to 40 summons, and then now I'm thinking, maybe I'll just save for Changli or something. But I don't know, maybe we'll after the special program is done, however long it takes, maybe I'll drop into Wuthering Waves just a bit just to throw in a few summons. See whether I get lucky. Probably not. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, CM? Have you guys seen the drip marketing for 2.4? Is it gonna change your decisions on who to summon for 2.3? I kind of want both characters. The Nihility one supposedly works really well with Acheron, and then you have the physical. I don't remember her name. The physical character that is basically a combination of like Blade and Clara. And we were just talking the other day about. Okay, never mind. It's gonna start.
Good evening, City of Dreams. All eyes are on the Pentagon Republic.
Yeah, Yunli.
Which is now in its fourth round. Waves of remaining competitors are still vying for their shot at victory. Leaving aside Duke Inferno's fiery demise, the family would like to reassure everyone that no contestants have come to harm. That's still the case, right? With the crisis dispelled, only flowers, glory, and rapturous applause await. Not to mention a pool party. Miss Acheron, didn't we?
Where did she hide that?
Swimsuit dress code? That's not a swimsuit.
Is that what we agreed?
But you...
Albert,
Why Yinlin when you can save for Scar?
borrow you.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably swipe for Scar.
Jade. So, what brings you here?
The corporation is planning to increase the special program budget. Here.
Why does Jade sound a little bit different? Is she writing with a lipstick?
Jade. And thank you, IPC. Where do I sign?
Pleasure doing business.
Jade sounds a little bit different.
Miss Firefly, hey, can you do the transformation thingy? You know what I'm talking about. Now's the perfect time.
Okay, it's just there's a lot of people around.
No problem. If anything goes wrong, just blame your good buddy Albert.
In that case, check out the newest upgrade. I shall set the seas ablaze. To me, hiding is much easier than being honest. Yet,
Okay, I'm gonna
there's so
shut
much
up
to try
for the next
expressing
couple of
emotions
minutes.
as any ordinary person would. Forgotten someone, my gray-haired friend? I put a bomb on this ship. You have 10 minutes to find it. Better hurry.
Oh, we're gonna get the sparkle payoff.
Initiate cleanup. Move form, ignite. I shall set the seas ablaze.
Always remember, don't leave with any regrets.
Are we gonna have a Batman moment where the last bomb is gonna be flown off by Sam, and that's the third death?
Miss Sam. Even from here point, as distant as it may be, I'm more than capable of keeping you on a tight leash. There's no backing out now. For me, or for you.
My script isn't over yet.
It's been a while, little Yelena.
I propose a toast
Since you care so much, speed up the countdown.
to the future of Penacony and the universe.
Can I interpret
Is that Skrulla?
as the next phase of the simulated universe?
Correction. It's a new subject matter that Dr. Ratio and I have personally agreed on.
Okay, so it seems like we're gonna get like a new update to the simulated universe, and we're gonna get a payoff to whatever Sparkle has been doing the last however many. I'm kind of curious whether this is a hint at maybe Firefly losing her suit. Maybe she's gonna fly it off into the distance with the last bomb or something like that, and that's gonna be like a figurative death for Sam or Firefly or whatever persona. Maybe she's gonna get a new suit or something. Right, let's see what they have to say.
Not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Albert, your friendliest feathered announcer. Welcome to the version 2.3 Farewell Penacony special program. For today's program, we have with us a Galaxy Ranger as well as a Stellaron Hunter. Not to mention a director of the IPC Strategic Investment Department, Madam Jade.
That's me. Thank you for the invite. It's a pleasure to be here for the version 2.3 special program.
You can call me Acheron. So, what exactly is this newest upgrade you were all talking about?
I just showed everyone. Hi, Trailblazers. Firefly here.
Welcome, welcome. Now, before we go any further, we agreed to a pool party. How come I'm the only one that showed up in a swimsuit?
We thought you were joking. After all, this show never previously had pool party levels of funding.
Don't worry, Albert. Madam Jade's investment is
Jade sounds a little bit different for some reason.
for sure.
Maybe that's just me.
Anyway, take a look around, you guys. We're coming to you live from the skies above Penacony in none other than the Radiant Feldspar airship.
Quite a luxurious setting. What's the occasion?
Oh, no occasion needed, Miss Acheron. I just wanted to give everyone a taste of Penacony's history. Over to you, Madam Jade.
One amber era ago, Odie Alfalfa, the Penacony Alfalfa family head, invested a large sum in constructing the Radiant Feldspar airship. Aside from the opulent parlor, ballroom, and recreation facilities. One could simply relax at the poolside with a few
Look at
glances
this
of soul.
tiny.
This grand airship has sailed above Penacony's Sea of Dreams for an entire Amber era, suspending services only recently, in the wake of the crisis.
The Trailblazers have yet to claim responsibility for this matter.
In case you weren't aware, the Radiant Feldspar never opens to the public. Only the family's most esteemed guests are invited to take in.
I think Jade VA speaks more relaxed, so it sounds, yeah, maybe.
You mean to say that after 3 whole versions, the Trailblazers might finally be able to take a vacation?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The Trailblazers' recent battle against the Order caused great disturbance in Penacony.
Correct.
I mean, we did see Robin,
The
right? So
festival was forced to terminate. One can
I guess she's
well
fine.
imagine the damage to public opinion. The family's reputation must be built anew, and the public must be reassured. There are many delicate issues which urgently need addressing.
Aside from the Oak family, the major lineages are preparing their responses to help deal with the aftermath. In the version 2.3 Trailblaze mission, the Express crew will be invited aboard the Radiant Feldspar as witnesses to important family discussions.
But if the factors that disrupted the dreamscape have been resolved, what other assistance is required?
The Order stepped all over the Harmony Surf. You can't deal with stuff like that out in the open. The family came up with an idea. Fix the Radiant Feldspar as the Charmony Festival's location while simultaneously announcing the reopening of the airship.
A pity none of this razzle-dazzle can fool the IPC. During the Grand Theater final battle, Aventurine may have been digging up dirt on the family in Dreamflux Reef. I'll need to take care of a few things during my visit.
oh, that's what Aventurine was doing while everyone was
Is
kind of
the
busy
IPC
fighting everything.
about to make a claim on Penacony?
Never say never with the gosh dang IPC. All for the Amber Lord, baby.
Reading between the lines, it seems like these discussions concern the future of Penacony.
They do. But a quick refresher. Anyone remember a certain masked fool issuing mutually assured destruction buttons to the residents of Penacony?
I remember. Sparkle sent out gifts in each one of the past 3 versions. Surely she...
Would pushing the button really cause Penacony to explode?
I have my doubts. Only one way to find out.
Whoa. Everyone take a deep breath, okay? You guys have been spending too much time with a certain blonde-haired director. I'm not putting the bill if you blow up the Radiant Feldspar. Let's leave these mysteries for the trailers to explore again. Huh? It's time we got back to the Charming Festival, baby. Who might the honored guest be, I hear you ask?
Just when they're about to get interesting, Albert hands things over to the Trailblazers again.
Family business is family business, and we've got a show to do, even if the next young lady needs no introduction.
Man, they are really pushing Firefly to everyone, aren't they?
Firefly is a
What? That was too short.
hunters and hails from Glamoth, a world that was destroyed long ago.
Glamoth? The same Glamoth from the Firmament Frontline Glamoth relic set? I remember the planar ornament description had a story about Glamoth's Iron Cavalry Regiment.
They actually referenced the
Yes.
relic set.
Glamoth was once a rich and powerful empire with a vast territory. After the swarm invaded, everything was destroyed.
Resisting the swarm called for the creation of Glamoth's Iron Cavalry. They were genetically modified soldiers, weapons that existed only to wage war.
They piloted mechs to contain the swarm. I met many of those heroes, and bade farewell to many.
What stood out to me is that Sam's full name is actually Firefly Type 4 Strategic Assault Mech, meaning that out there, between the distant celestial bodies, there could be other Sams.
Ooh, imagine that. Good thinking, Madam Jade. Perhaps the answer
It sounds like a hint. Like it's
lies in
probably gonna be
Firefly's
something like
myriad
she loses her
celestial
suit and gets
and
another one or
animated
something like that.
Count me in.
I was wondering, is it really you talking when Sam says something, Firefly?
Mm-hmm. I actually spend a lot of time practicing my Sam lines.
Let me guess. Silverwolf came up with the lines, Blade came up with the movements, and Kafka put them together.
Huh? That sounds a little too professional for us.
Yeah, well, speaking of professional, I think it's time we took a look at what this young lady can do in her combat mech.
I'm a fire-type character, following the path of destruction. When using my technique during exploration, I summon my Sam armor. Sam can leap into the air. After landing, Sam attacks all enemies within a set range.
Quite the heroic entry.
After using technique to enter battle, for every wave of enemies, weaknesses can be inflicted on units without fire weakness, which lasts for a set number of turns.
In battle, Sam has two forms. In the initial form, using skill consumes HP, while simultaneously regenerating ultimate energy. The lower the HP, the less damage sustained.
Are all Stellaron hunters this careless with their lives?
So she's probably gonna be very good with the
Using ultimate,
shielder.
Sam enters the second battle form, the dazzling complete combustion state. In addition to more powerful basic attacks and skills, speed is also increased. When using enhanced abilities, Sam's weakness break efficiency and weakness break damage sustained by enemies both increase. Sam restores HP with each attack.
So, the complete combustion state allows us to get a glimpse of Firefly's view from the mech? That's a determined gaze if I ever saw one. Enough to set the seas ablaze, I'll wager.
That's so
I'm just kind of curious how difficult it is gonna be. It's gonna be to balance out
Thanks. The complete
her
combustion state's
low life
advanced
state
skill not only allows for increased
and her
toughness reduction,
and her
but
healing.
can also inflict fire weakness on target enemies.
The flames that Sam emits when breaking the enemy's weakness are quite spectacular. And is that a countdown icon on the action bar?
That's right. When the countdown is up, Sam will exit the complete combustion state.
It seems like the effects of Firefly's abilities all relate to weakness break. I suppose it would make most sense for Firefly to team up with allies who have weakness break efficiency buffs, or even super break.
Mm-hmm. That's right. For example, the Harmony Trailblazer.
Oh.
What a wonderful coincidence! In version 2.2, the Trailblazer inherited the Watchmaker's legacy and embarked on the brand new Path of Harmony. The spirit of trailblazing, traversing unprecedented distances to go where none have gone before. But that's what it's all about, bringing the will of the Trailblaze to more and more people. And on that note, I've got some good news for y'all. After activating the Harmony Trailblazer following the version 2.3 update, Trailblazers can obtain a Shadow of Harmony through the When Charmony Rings Out event screen, thereby upgrading the Trailblazer's Eidolon level.
And if I haven't had time to experience Penacony yet?
Don't worry.
How many Eidolons do we have as of this moment? I think it's like only one or two, right? For the Trailblazer?
Can activate the Path of Harmony early through
5? Oh damn.
Charmony Rings Out event screen.
So we're just missing one basically. Okay.
I hope the will of the Trailblaze reaches everyone on this journey.
Well said. Now, without further ado, it's time we got to know a certain highly respected IPC director a little better.
Oh,
Enter
Jade's trailer.
Madam Jade.
That's the only reason everyone's summoning for her. Don't kid yourselves.
Jade is a director of the IPC's Strategic Investment Department and a member of the 10 Stone Hearts. She is as
I heard
beautiful
version
as
4
she
is a
elegant,
bit of a
and
tone
the
down in
Radiant
terms of the
Feldspar
bonus
discussers are
break
an
effect she
opportunity
gets.
for her to
The
showcase
break
her
effect
true
scaling.
skills.
In contrast with Topaz's negotiation abilities and Aventurine's daredevil spirit, I prefer to operate behind the scenes, using emergency measures to reap a full harvest when the opportunity arises.
It feels like making a deal with Jade is a risky proposition. If you ever let
If
your
it
guard
was
down even a little bit, you'll never
If it wasn't clear whether you should trust Jade or not, the fact that there's a giant snake twirl around a tree giving her what seems to be an apple and is a clear call out to the serpent in
Also has a hobby by the name of
what do you call this? The Garden of Eden.
Pawn shop, essentially. Though it kind of sounds like a fine dining experience with you on the menu.
One swish of the contract and the customer is 8 billion credits out of pocket.
Watch your step, Trailblazers.
Jade's goal always aligns with her own interests. She plays the long game, whetting her customer's appetite while extracting a suitable price. She first draws her customers into a vortex of desire, then pounces where they're most valuable, leaving nothing but an empty shell of despair. Why is everyone staring at me?
Owlbert, didn't you just sign an agreement with Jade over the special program budget?
Wait, what? Hold a second. Oh.
So, what exactly happens to people who sign agreements with Jade?
Patience.
He gets stepped on.
Why don't we let the combat do the talking? As a quantum type character following the path of erudition, my basic attack deals blast damage to a single enemy and adjacent targets.
A blast damage dealing basic attack?
Oh, her basic attack does blast.
Skill, on the other hand, allows me to sign an agreement with a single ally, thereby granting them enhancement and speed boost buffs. When the signee attacks the enemy, they can deal additional damage, but at the expense of consuming their own HP.
Enhancement in exchange for HP. Is that what people mean by bestowing poison in the guise of sweet dew?
Now, of course, if I choose myself as the signee, the speed boost and HP consumption effects do not apply. When I or a signee launch an attack, it accumulates charges for me.
Basically a deal with the devil, yeah.
Full, a follow-up attack is launched.
The IPCs sure enjoy a follow-up attack.
It seems that the Strategic Investment Department has its own modus operandi.
My ultimate.
So all we need right now is just Diamond, and then we can run a full IPC team, right? Jade, Topaz, Aventurine, and Diamond.
Follow-up attack is enhanced.
If there's a place that's closest to a dream, then are the punished destined for the place that's furthest from it? Like an abyss?
You don't think those places might be one and the same? When using my technique during exploration, enemies within a set range enter the blind fealty state and will refrain from attacking me. After attacking an enemy inflicted with blind fealty, other enemies in the state will enter the battle, with all enemies sustaining damage.
Oh, you can like
Single sheet of paper.
link everybody
Finding
together
great
now,
control
basically.
of your life to others is all too easy.
Poor Owlbert. He might be doing Jade and the IPC's bidding for a few decades more than anticipated.
The bigger question is, when are we gonna get an Albert summon?
I don't take kindly to procrastination during working hours.
How are you feeling, Albert? You won't be retiring anytime
Oh
soon.
no, he just came back.
Then, neither will your program.
Silver linings! Why do I still feel like I'm working for nothing?
I wouldn't trouble yourself with that question. Why don't we talk about the version 2.3 banner instead?
Ooh, great idea! In version 2.3's first half will prevent, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character Firefly, as well as the limited 5-star character on May. In addition, the drop rates for the limited 5-star light cone, whereabouts your dreams rest, as well as the limited light cone Past Self and Mirror, will be boosted.
Do I want to summon for the light cone? Should I summon for the light cone?
Beyond the
Do I have money to summon for the light cone?
Faint lights flickering in the midst of a dark forest.
Meanwhile, in 2.3's second half will prevent, Trailblazers can acquire the limited
Oof, look at the 4
5-star
stars.
Jade and our resident Night of Beauty, Argenti, will also be joining the lineup. In addition, the drop rates for the limited 5-star light cone, yet hope is priceless, as well as the light.
What light cone is that? Is that Sunday?
Will be boosted.
So, even the fiercest of executives has a gentle side.
Who isn't moved by the laughter of children? My heart isn't actually made of stone, you know.
And finally,
Oh,
the
they actually talk about
brand
it.
new 4-star light cone after the Charmony Fall will also be joining the war.
I wonder where Mr. Sunday is right now.
I think we all need a glass of Soul Land. But don't go anywhere, Trailblazers. After the break, we'll be talking 2.3 events.
Alright, so basically Firefly's gonna get her banner first. The 4 stars, I think just now was Shui, Misha, and Gallagher. It's not that bad. I mean, the Jade banner had kind of, I wouldn't say super bad 4 stars, but a lot of those 4 stars I personally already have the Eidolons for. So right now, Firefly's banner seems to be the one that has a little bit more value, or maybe I'm just trying to convince myself that I should summon for Firefly. Yeah, it seems they are rerunning Shui, and even Gallagher was only fairly recently, right? Was it 2.2 that it came out? Oops.
These brand new events. First up, a significant update to the simulated universe.
So exciting! Did Mr. Screwlum and Dr. Ratio devise a new project?
You guessed it. Led by Mr. Screwlum, Divergent Universe, the human comedy, is a brand new project path.
Up until now, the aim of the simulated universe has been to research the stories of the eons. I'm assuming that the human comedy has more of a human focus?
Bingo! That's the main research thrust of this.
Are we gonna be looking at historical figures?
Looks like this project will be conducted on the Radiant Feldspar.
Are we gonna get a little bit of lore on Polka Kakamon? Is that what is going to happen?
Groundbreaking update to the Divergent Universe, the arithmetic mapping function. In the Divergent Universe, Trailblazers can switch between characters they already possess.
Huh. So they can create their own lineups?
Oh, I like the interface.
Exactly. When testing the Divergent Universe, Trailblazers will no longer be limited by character downloads. When character level is lower than the current equilibrium level cap, it will automatically increase to meet the cap.
Meaning, if one of my characters is level 1, but I use them in the Divergent Universe, it increases to a set level?
You got it.
Oh, they're basically letting you play any character, essentially.
Character has the level, but no suitable relics or light cones.
Worry not. In that situation, temporary light cones and relics at the current equilibrium level cap will be automatically assigned.
I like when things are automatic.
Ain't it great?
So,
Now,
was that a new relic set?
Dr. Ratio's new brainwave equation, a buff combination of 2 different paths. Before the start of every test, Trailblazers have the opportunity to select a random equation. And for the equation to take effect, you'll need different amounts of path blessings. Once the required amount has been achieved, the equation will activate, and the team can obtain the corresponding combat abilities.
Doesn't this kind of look like the system, the not system, the like similar to the Wuthering Waves one?
Star level, the more blessings are
Like you have to get
activated.
specific elements
Nailed it.
to unlock the
geniuses
skills of
kindly
like
mark
the.
required path blessings for each equation in Trailblazer's possession. Knowing which blessings can activate an equation is easy as pie.
That's so considerate. If you're ever struggling to choose,
Yeah, the mirror event
follow the
thing.
mark.
Like when you get like the main card, in order to unlock the skills, you have to
Allows you to cater
get
different
specific
needs to your
elements.
current team.
It works both ways. You
Holy!
can adjust your team's composition to better suit your current equation. I want to see Trailblazers mixing and matching.
So, if I accidentally chose an unsuitable blessing, or if I want to
Does
switch
Golden
to
Gears have this mechanic? I don't
can I make a
recall it
change?
does.
Of
Maybe I'm not
course.
remembering.
By
I
visiting
played it a
the
long time
workbench of
ago.
creation, Trailblazers can overwrite their existing equation and switch it out for another. Unwanted blessings can also be switched out for other blessings, or even enhanced.
I mean, just the fact that you can use practically any character
Purchasable items?
is just a great quality of life. Then you don't have to be limited to like leveling up the characters you wouldn't normally play. And then now you can just
Curio
experiment
Center
as much
has
as you
been
want.
upgraded. In addition to normal curios, Trailblazers can also choose from weighted curios. These curios are more suited to characters of specific paths or types, and really elevate the combat experience. Keep your eyes peeled, Trailblazers.
Some of these curios are just becoming like
We should
more and
also
more
take a
random.
look at the wealth and escapade domains of the Divergent Universe. Trailblazers can win different prizes in these domains by spending cosmic fragments. But beware,
Do you want more RNG in your RNG based game? Here you go. You want more gacha in your gacha?
Sometimes the same
We heard ya.
starting point can lead to very different outcomes. Luck is an important component.
But honestly, I kind of like this kind of things in this kind of game modes because you never know how a run will end up.
On your buddy Albert. When suffering defeat in the simulated universe, Trailblazers no longer need to force stop the game. Divergent Universe combat now allows for restart challenge, and Trailblazers can select a new lineup.
Oh, there is a lot of quality of life. This looks really interesting.
Test in the Divergent Universe, Trailblazers can acquire synchronicity points and inspiration, allowing them to activate the buff nodes and inspiration circuits.
Oh no,
Simulated universe,
we have skill trees now.
a little bit easier.
Thanks for all the info, Albert. It's just... Didn't you forget something important? What about the planar ornaments?
I thought you'd never ask. The planar ornament extraction function has arrived. Every time Trailblazers clear the Divergent Universe, they can choose to save a record of that challenge and archive the data of the equation, blessings, and curios in question. Choose the planar ornament you want, use the archive, inherit the data and buffs from the archive, challenge the boss enemy, and obtain immersion rewards.
Huh? You mean you can skip ahead? You just need to defeat the boss to get quick access to
Wow,
the planar
they
ornaments?
actually made the farming
Sure
faster
this
now.
isn't some cracked version of the simulated universe that Silverwolf put out there.
Keep it down! Last person to doubt the Genius Society lost 76 accounts.
A brand new simulated universe. Sounds worth a try.
Amen to that. Now, in version 2.3, the Divergent
Yeah, I
Universe
don't normally
has
follow all
two
the
planar
like
ornaments,
quality of life
Duran
improvements, so
Dynasty of Running Wolves,
they always come as a
Forge of the
surprise to me
Colorado
whenever
Knights.
they're released.
Make sure to use the new planar ornament.
You really want Firefly, but you also want Jade? Yep, that's the problem. You have to summon for
Ordinary
everything.
extrapolation, the Divergent Universe will have a weekly cyclical extrapolation objective. By completing this weekly challenge, Trailblazers can obtain a first-time completion reward, as well as additional synchronicity points.
Not to mention, in order to celebrate the arrival of the Divergent Universe,
Oh.
Madam Herta has added the
New light
5-star
cone.
Air Edition Light Cone Eternal Calculus to the store. Trailblazers who wish to redeem it better start reserving some Herta bonds.
It sounds like the level of freedom in the Divergent Universe is really high. Faster access to play.
But they didn't really speak about if there was gonna be like a story attached to this, right?
Big gameplay improvements.
Big improvements indeed.
I mean, I'm kind of expecting that there will be, but
humanity must learn to rise from its falls and strike its own path.
When gazing up at the stars, it's important to keep your feet planted firmly on the ground. The stories in Divergent Universe, the human comedy, may seem small, but that does not make them insignificant. Trailblazers, get exploring.
I can't wait to experience those stories.
oh,
It's a chance for us
Pretty-
to find out more
the-
about ourselves.
there's probably gonna be something related to that.
To the memories.
Any room for a non-human companion? Aside from all of this, in Penacony's Dreamscape sales store, a deal has been struck with a member of the mysterious Creed Exequy. They wish to seek traces of the shapeless prince in the experiences of your deadly struggles.
Creed Execuy.
A brand new permanent challenge mode, Apocalyptic Shadow, in Dream.
Finality law, finally, maybe, perhaps.
Experience those past dreamscapes.
Creed Exequy. Is this the first appearance of this faction of the finality?
Yes.
Not
No?
necessarily.
They've appeared before?
Permanent challenge mode? So, what's different?
In Apocalyptic Shadow, Trailblazers will challenge boss enemies that they have encountered in their journey. Every phase has 2 enemies, which are split into 4 levels of challenge difficulty. The
Oh,
enemies
this is
in
the boss
Apocalyptic
rush one,
Shadow
right?
are
Everyone
limited
mentioned
to
before,
random
yep.
boss enemies. In preparation for the fight, Trailblazers can read the enemy's traits at the start of the battle.
As with other permanent game modes, during the challenge, there are buff effects for Trailblazers to choose from for every boss. Make sure you maximize the advantages of your lineup. Defeating enemies through team adjustments, or by exploring different battle strategies, makes for a richer combat experience. Trailblazers can record a maximum of 3 floors of 3-star quick clearances.
That's right! And after the first time clearance of Apocalyptic Shadow's set difficulty, Trailblazers can obtain the 4-star character Shui Yi, as well as 300 stellar jades and
Free Shui Yi?
self-modeling
Okay.
resin.
Nice!
We're just getting warmed up. Let's take a look at the permanent game mode rotating schedule. The first phase of the Apocalyptic Shadow Challenge will launch on the day of the version 2.3 update and last for 6 weeks. Every version will rotationally update according to the following sequence: Apocalyptic Shadow, Pure Fiction, Forgotten Hall, just as before. On every other Monday, the permanent challenge stage is replaced.
Related system functions have also been optimized. When entering the 3 permanent game mode screens from the Interastral Peace Handbook, aside from being able to see the challenge lineups of their friends, Trailblazers can also easily check the star level progress of their...
I mean, the timing of the release for a lot of this like endgame content is really is coming at a really good time, because like you've played the story between 2.0 to 2.3, right? Or 2.2. And then in 2.3, you get a bunch of content to kind of tide you over to when the next story starts. I don't know, in 2.4 or 2.5. So it doesn't feel like there's this large gap of nothing to do, like content drought or whatever you want to call it. And then the next story starts, and then after that, you know, there's a little bit more content, and then the 3-point-something story starts. So like when the way they've staggered the content is it's actually pretty good, because then you don't feel like there's nothing to do in the game.
It's like I said, making a deal with Jade is a risky proposition.
Well then, following this change, Trailblazers can now obtain a total of 2,400 stellar jades through the permanent challenges in each version.
2,400
Why do I
is...
hear quiet weeping?
How many summons is that?
I don't think Owlbird's seen the bright side.
Keep it together, Albert. Now.
15 summons.
In the upcoming version, the origami birds also venture into the Radiant Feldspar. Bring with them a little game. Here's hoping Trailblazers can help to test it out.
An arcade game?
Yeah, like 15 free
Let me
pools
guess,
per
Silver
month.
Wolf
Plus they give you like 10 anyways every time there's
Very
a new
endearing.
patch at the start of a new
But
patch, right? So
Why
that's
do I
like
have a
basically
sense of déjà
kind of like 25.
This arcade game, Trailblazers need to cause elimination within a specified number of steps in order to increase the bird's combat power. Before the end of every turn,
What is this?
corresponding damage is calculated according to the difference in combat values. When your opponent's HP returns to 0, like my bank account, victory is sealed.
This gameplay.
Could it really be?
The legendary.
I never thought the day would come when I could play match 3 on a Penaconian
We-
airship.
We're getting Star Rail Bejeweled.
Class event, Trailblazers can also do
Oh yeah, Candy Crush or
friends
Bejeweled
from
is
across
kind of
the
the same thing, right?
universe.
Can I fight Silverwolf?
Of course! Be they old buddies or gaming acquaintances, all can connect and play.
Oh, you can play with friends.
Great!
The next event is called Stellar Shimmer. Does that name ring any bells for anyone?
Stellar Flare. Is this the sequel?
You're a sharp one, Miss Acheron.
For somebody who has lost her memories, Akron seems to remember like every event.
And trial character lineups. Catering your team to suit the mechanisms is the key to victory.
These mechanisms.
0 like my bank account.
Care to dive
Yeah,
into
just
them?
watch. Right after 2.3, I'm just gonna have like absolutely no
In
summons, and then 2.4 is just gonna be super bad for me.
grants you an extra action. In other stages, characters enjoy unlimited revivals and can regenerate 50% of their energy.
Does that mean Trailblazers can try doing away with survivability units and focus purely on damage output lineups?
Mm-hmm. Defeat as many waves of enemies as possible in a set number of cycles to complete the challenge and obtain rewards. Whew. That's it for events.
Quite a lot of content.
Breather.
Quite surprising.
Don't go anywhere. More fascinating updates on version 2.3 are right around the corner.
You would expect like at the epilogue of a story that you're not gonna get a lot of things. I don't know, maybe this is kind of just my experience with Genshin or something. But it seems like they know that there's gonna be like a fall off after all the story is done, so they're just gonna throw as much end game or potential end game content and then stagger that content out, so you can just, you know, take your time with it all the way until the next part of the story starts. And we are actually getting PvP in Star Rail, but it's just Candy Crush. It's not like actual PvP, but I know it's better than nothing. I mean, the rest of the content looks really good. I'm especially excited for the new simulated universe, because I'm curious which individual stories we're gonna get, as well as the game mode with the Creed Exeki, more because of the lore. Yeah, see? At this point, they're just giving like free summons at the start of
There's
every
also
patch.
version 2.3's double events. Our good friends Planar Fisher and Realm of the Strange.
Double planar ornaments and materials? What's not to love?
Also in this version are the newly added Cavern Relics. Iron Cavalry
Follow-up attack damage and ultimate DPS characters.
Wind Soaring Valorous.
Interesting.
Trailblazers can head for the Cavern of Corrosion, Path of Cavalier challenge to obtain them.
Attack by 12%.
And let's not forget the new Path of Erudition trace materials that'll be added to the brand new calyxes, rough sketch, dynamic outlining, and exquisite colored draft.
For Trailblazers who wish to level up traces for me, these materials are indispensable.
So many updates! can't wait for this version to drop. And we're at the end of the version 2.3 special program. And it's about time we bade farewell to this white knight. Thanks again for everyone's support and viewership.
I eagerly await the version 2.3 story. Here's hoping the Penacony discussions make for smooth sailing. Please, Trailblazers, do support the work of the IPC.
I'm looking forward to the brand new Divergent Universe, not to mention all those brilliant events. Don't forget to try them out.
In that case, see you in the next stream, Trailblazers. I'll be waiting for you at the usual spot.
Bye!
Is there anything else after this? No? Okay then. Wait, there's a bit more.
Is written in this thing anyway. That's it. That's it. I've had it. What am I? A god joke to them? Getting me to read out virgin names they're too afraid to read out for themselves. And not to mention the bullying. All these years working my tail for this out for the IPC, and even the audience thinks I'm an intern.
Albert is aha.
Using my salary to fund the stellar Jade's budget for the new events. The audacity! You two, get out of here. Ha! Tell that to Sunday. Now listen up. The 3 years are up. I quit. If you didn't know already, I got an offer from the Cienjo to host the war dance. Albert's about to become a big-time sports anchor. You can get that on your knees and beg for all I care. It won't make any difference. What? You... Huh?
I like the fact that they just don't take themselves seriously, and there's always this kind of.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most important event in the Cienjo calendar, the War Dance. The opening session
Yeah, it seems there's more.
right around the corner. Here, you will witness members from all Cienjo delegations vying for supremacy in the Luminary Combat Arts Ceremony. First up, put your hands together for the Cienjo Yaoqing delegation. Fierce and swift is Fei Xiao, the Merlin's Claw. And by his side, he doesn't drink plain soup and has no time for coriander. It's the celebrated medicinal chef, Jiao Cho. What the heck did I just read? Up next,
What the heck did I just.
silent as a hunting shadow. The crow.
Oh no, some of these characters, even the silhouette looks good.
Following close behind him is the Xianzhou Juming delegation. Strong and righteous is Huayan, the Flaming Heart. And now, she strikes while the iron is hot and forges.
Oh, this is the one that's in
flames
2.4,
of
right?
It's one of the Flame Will Octet, Yinlin.
Are they gonna show what they look like? They already showed us what Yinli looks like.
And finally, the official host delegation has arrived. Let's hear it for the Xianzhou Lao Fu. And please welcome, having suddenly returned home for the victory lap.
Alchemy commissions Cauldron Master. Okay.
Cauldron Master Ling Sha. As well
Danshu's
as
replacement, right?
exceptionally gifted and legendary new sword master, who shall remain anonymous for the time being. No wonder they needed me for this gig.
Stay tuned for the upcoming Summer Game Fest. Actually, they didn't speak about March. How many characters? I think there was like at least like 8. Two for every like different group, right? Oh man, there's so many characters to summon. I mean, we already saw the 2.4 leaks that you're gonna have. And I'm kind of curious, okay, if no one wants to know what's happening in 2.7, probably just kind of cover your ears or something. I don't know what to tell you. But I just accidentally saw it. I heard somebody's coming back in 2.7. So I'm curious whether one of these silhouetted characters is that character that's coming in 2.7. Yeah. I wonder whether we've actually seen it released. Like apparently Ting Yun's coming out in 2.7, so I'm curious whether that's what's gonna happen. We're kind of gonna go into Wuthering Waves for just a bit, just to do a little bit of Yinlin summons. But I don't know. What do you guys think of the new of the 2.3 patch? I think it's generally interesting. There's a lot of new content. In terms of story wise, there's the conclusion to 2.3, which I want to know what is going on with Sparkle, and most importantly, I want to know who hired her. That's the thing that I'm the most curious about. And then with the Scrollum simulated universe, I'm wondering whether uh we're gonna get backstories on some of the characters we haven't had a chance to explore, like maybe Polka Kakamon, maybe, I don't know. Then you have the Creed Exeki storyline. Well, not really storyline, but game mode. And the fact that the Creed Exeki is appearing probably also means that there are leaks of who hired Sparkle. Oh yeah, I don't want to know. I want to be pleasantly surprised when the story when the story finally reveals. Because I've been kind of wondering who it is, and more importantly why they are, doing what they're doing and why she's there, but that's definitely something but I'm curious about. And then with the Creed Exeki, the interesting about them as far as finality is concerned is that there's two factions that follow finality, the Creed Exeki and the Omen Vanguards. The Omen Vanguards are the ones that sort of talk about all the prophecy and how finality is supposedly exists at the end of time and blah blah blah. But the Creed Exeki basically believe that as it's traveling back in time, that each one of their members will have a chance to meet with their Eon. So that's what they're kind of waiting for. And I'm guessing that's the figure in the background that looks like Black Swan. I think it's probably one of the followers of the Creed Exeki. And I'm really interested in knowing whether we get a little bit more on finality. Unfortunately, I have a video coming out this weekend about finality. So I hope that it doesn't change too much, because then I'm gonna have to remake that video. But otherwise, I'm really excited to learn more about about finality, because it seemed like finality is kind of like one of the end game storylines, but you know. When is the next patch coming out? I think usually they do it a week or like 2 weeks before it's supposed to actually come out. So anyways, let's do a little bit of summoning for Wuthering Waves, because most looks like using that hand sword. It looks like somebody, he or she, I don't know, looks like a dual sword using character with a hoodie, which makes them infinitely more badass. Any character with a hoodie automatically becomes badass. So I mean, we already saw 2 of them for the 2.4 leaks, right? So we know I think Jiao Chui and I keep forgetting what her name is. The one with the giant ass sword, the physical character, that's the one. Yeah, Yinlin. For some reason her name is just not sticking in my head. But yeah, we've already seen the drip marketing for those 2 characters, which I'm kind of surprised that they didn't just reveal those 2 characters, since we kind of already saw what they look like. Plus you have all that, and then you have all that character, the Nihility character that's like themed after like cooking and chef. So I'm kind of curious whether they're just gonna give people stomach aches or something. That's the debuff essentially. I don't know. Finality are gonna change a lot more than you think. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really surprised if that happens, because we know so little about it right now. A lot of it is just from very minor descriptions. So, you know, eventually when we actually get the entire story, I kind of expected it to change, but it's not a big deal. I mean, you know, if it does change, then worst case, I'll just redo the video. It's not a big deal. Before that though, before I do some of these summons, and I know that's kind of what the title of the video is, but if you're new here, then welcome to just a bunch of ramblings. That's what the live stream always ends up being. If you have any of you already finished the 4.7 Genshin Archon quest? Like, they dropped a lot of stuff in that one. Were we going to get more generals? I think that like we are only looking at like 2 or 3 of like the other Shanzhou ships, right? But I don't know if whether any of those characters are the other generals. I don't know. Maybe I can't recall their names at the moment. Anyways, let's do some polls and see. Okay, so I'm sorry. I can't decide whether I want to talk about the 4.7 Genshin or whether I want to just do the summons first. Let's do Genshin. The 4.7 one, if you've played it, they reveal a lot about what happened with the from the last Archon story. But there's a lot of other questions that came up. Can an Eon be depleted from its power? I mean, I suppose so. They draw their power from the path, right? So if the path becomes less, I guess, relevant in the universe, then yeah, on paper they should be able to lose their powers, but I don't think there's a real example of it happening at this moment. Did I swipe? No, I just haven't been summoning anything. With Jian, I got really lucky because I just got him in like the first 10 summons. Because I was trying to pull for Mortevi, but I just got lucky with Jian. So okay, here's the problem with Yinlin. I kind of like her kit a little bit, but you kind of need to set up the her heavy attack in order for you to capitalize on the follow up attack. But I'm not sure if I should be saving for the characters that's coming out in 1.1. And then I heard Scar is coming out in 1.2. So that's going to be an even more difficult problem because I kind of want Yinlin, but at the same time, it's like I really want Scar just purely out of his design. And then I saw Chang-Li, who just reminds me of a Megu in Black Desert Online, which is my kind of my main character, I guess. So then I'm thinking like, oh, maybe I should summon for that. So I can't decide if I should summon for Yinlin. Screw it. Let's just throw in like 20 to 30 because I already have 30. I haven't converted the rest of it. We're just gonna throw in 30 and see whether we get lucky. If not, we'll just wait until the very end of the banner to decide if I really want to pull her all the way. Because I've started to look at the 1.1 leaks and some of those characters look really good. I can't decide if I want those characters or not. Well, let's see. Let's just throw in 10 and see whether we get anything. I don't have any guarantee. Oh, what the fuck? Are you serious? Oh god. Okay, this is either gonna be disappointing or yeah, it's like okay, the stream's ended. Bye. That's just I did not expect that. I really didn't think. Oh my god, it's so funny. Now the only thing now is whether I win the 50-50. That's the thing. No, I didn't.
And the mind quiet.
I didn't win the 50-50.
Thoughts and the soul clears.
I don't know how to feel about that. We got a 5-star, but it's not a 5-star I wanted. So I mean, I still have tickets, so I can kind of just go all the way and see whether. And I have a guarantee. But now the problem is, should I save the guarantee for Scar? Although I don't know when Scar's gonna come out or... Yeah, and I heard like Genshin is also not like she's pretty good, right? She's been going up the tier list and blah blah blah. So yeah, it's it's a kind of a funny outcome. Didn't expect to get one. That's so funny. Yeah, 1. What like even if he comes out in 1.2, it's such a long way off that I probably can save all the way till like I get a guaranteed character or something. Okay, now the problem is, should we throw more summons for Yinlin? That's the question. I don't know. I still haven't gotten Verena yet, and I guess since I got Jianshin, I already got Encore, and since I got Genshin, I'm trying to get Verena for the first one. So the next one, I'll probably get Kalcharo. That way I can use her with whatever her name is, Yinlin. I don't think I'm going to go for Ling Yang. I tried him. My hand is kind of itchy. I feel like summoning, but I don't know if it's a good idea. The smart thing to do would be to save the guarantee for something that I know I need, but I heard Kalcharo's playstyle is very, very involved. Like I think I'm kind of used to Jian being just hold left mouse button and then just like have him just swirl everything. This is tough. Should I continue summoning or not? I don't know. Yeah, Jian is like far more brain dead. So it's much easier to use him. I don't really have to think about a lot of things. It's just as long as his resonance bar thing is past halfway, you just alt and you just hold the left mouse button, it just spins and spins and spins. I don't know what I should do. Let's go and try her again. Where is the... Yep, this one.
No rush.
I mean, right, the other thing I heard about Yinlin is that her playstyle right now is sort of like a quick swap, right?
Crush them.
That you wanna just get out all her stuff and then after that you just go into like another character. I mean, the damage she does is just crazy high though. But her third and fourth attack animations I heard is really slow.
Zap strength. The stage is yours.
Joint operation. Hear the thunder.
Tear them to pieces.
And I heard they nerfed the... Not nerf, or maybe change the way that the outro skill works or something like that. I don't remember.
Time to wrap it up.
But some of that, like her alt, is...
My field of expertise.
She's fun, yeah. She's definitely fun. I'm kind of curious, does anyone have Yinlin and Jian at the same time? Do they work well together? Or should I be building Encore if I do end up getting Jian? I mean, if I do end up getting Yinlin. You know what? Let's just do 10 more summons just to kind of see what happens. And see if what we get. Because even the 4 stars are kind of like not really that desirable. Lost my guarantee to furry. Which one is the furry one? Ling Yang? Is that the one? I think that's the only one I don't have right now. I'm still trying to get Verina. I got kind of unlucky with it. I haven't gotten it there yet, but you know, eventually I'll get there. Let's just do 10 more and see what happens. At least we have some in the bank. Oh, it's a purple.
I am Baija, a researcher at the Huashi.
Alright. Visor Eidolons. Everything else is a 4-star, 3-star. Okay. I'm probably gonna save it. Encore doesn't need Yinlin. Same with Jian, but she's crazy strong. Yeah, I mean the damage that she can do alone does look crazy high. But I don't know. I saw the 1.1 characters and they seem very interesting. And then now the guarantee has appeared and I don't know. Changli boosts fusion damage. Yeah, I mean, there's... I heard she's a sub DPS, and on top of that, I like her design because she kind of reminds me of like I mean, the pink hair kind of just reminds me of Yai Miko for some reason. But also like her whole theme, which is like the phoenix thing, and you can see like the feathers and stuff like that in her attack animations, just reminds me of Megu in like Desert Online. So like design wise, she looks really good. So I'm kind of torn between if I should summon for um Yinlin or if I should summon, or I should just save for Changli. Although she's coming out like much later, like in 1.1, and we're probably gonna get a lot more materials by the time summoning tickets or whatever these things are called. Before I even reach that point. So I don't think it's a big deal, but probably I'm not gonna summon right now. Anyways, the stream today was really mostly just for the special program. I don't usually stream at this time. So I'm probably gonna end the stream a bit earlier today because I'm gonna have to work on some videos for the weekend. And there's gonna be some changes in terms of the timing for the videos. So because I mostly stream at like I think about 9:30 nowadays, I'll put the videos at a bit of a later time so that by the time the stream ends, then the videos will launch. Otherwise, they're just gonna overlap and it's just gonna be messy. Oh crap!
Let me be your blade. Precipitant.
But overall, I think 2.3 looks generally interesting. I'm curious to see what the story is going to be like. I think it's an epilogue. And I'm curious how it's going to lead into the next section with the IPC and blah blah blah.
Wouldn't hurt to be more prepared.
So I am looking forward to that. Once 2.3 comes out, I'll probably be playing the story the story for 2.3 and probably do some summons for Firefly. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff, game modes and stuff like that. So that's probably what's gonna happen in the next when Star Rail comes out. Process of Godhood Ascension. Actually, there's a video that's coming out. I have a video coming out on like a lot of the origin stories for the Eons. Like the stories people tell each other on how each Eon ascended. That's coming out this weekend. But we don't really know like the details of how they ascended. But anyways, that's coming out this weekend. But yeah, I'm gonna just kinda stop the stream here because I'm gonna go and work on some videos. 2.3 looks interesting. Hopefully we have a bunch of new content and things to summon. There's a lot of leaks on new characters. And just to let everyone know, there isn't going to be a stream tomorrow because I have some IRL stuff to kind of deal with. So the next stream is going to be on Sunday at the typical time. So yeah. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye. Good luck with whatever summons anyone's doing on Wuthering Waves. Or if anyone's summoning for Chlorine, good luck with that. Alright, see you guys. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
Victory